Next on Nightly, an explosive photo causing racial controversy. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton leading the presidential poll, and gas prices continue to plunge. OU administrators say they still can't explain the social media posting of a racially explosive photo of OU fraternity member wearing white robes.
This is the picture that was posted Sunday night, and many on campus are concerned about what it might mean. It popped up on Twitter when an unidentified user tweeted the photo to OU Unheard, an African-American student group.
OU says its chief diversity officer is still investigating, but was not available to take questions today. Jabbar Shumit told OU Nightly yesterday the photo is from the initiation ceremony of a new OU fraternity, Alpha Sigma Phi. He told us the Ku Klux Klan looking robes and the photo are, quote, confusing.
Today, Shumate issued a statement to try to clarify his position. But the school says that they have no idea where it came from. And they're saying that it has no, any type of, it does not coerce at all. Yeah.
Racial, yeah. So. All right, well, today was really nice outside. Braden, what's it look like right now?
Well, Annie, Rashida, if you're like me, a spring junkie, then you enjoyed the weather today. We hit 73 degrees for our high. We're at 69, a light or a breezy southwesterly wind that helped keep these temperatures warm at 10 to 20, gusting to 25. Other than that, not a lot to complain about. Tonight, I think we'll cool down into the 30s. We'll be chilly and clear, a light southwest or southerly wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. But other than that, plenty of opportunity to get out of the telescope maybe as the skies clear and look at those stars.
Thanks,
Coming up,
Braden.
Cooler temps will return in Maine weather. I'll have a weekend rain chance for you as well and our 7-day forecast. But for now, back to you.
Thanks, Braden. Is Donald Trump losing steam in Oklahoma? The latest results from an Oklahoma City polling company indicate Trump is failing to gain support among Republicans as other candidates drop out of the race. The poll, which ended yesterday, shows Trump in the lead, but that lead is narrowing. Ted Cruz is in second, and Marco Rubio is in a close third. The former First Lady Hillary Clinton led Democrats, and Senator Bernie Sanders came in second. The poll indicates that many Democrats are still undecided on a candidate. And Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders took the gold in last night's New Hampshire primary. Both beat their competition by large margins, and they were helped by a big turnout of millennial voters. The head of statewide Young Republican group says he's encouraged to see young voters involved in the process.
There were a larger turnout of the millennial and youth votes last night, which is, for someone like me, that's, what we focus on is getting out the youth and millennial vote. That's very encouraging. Same thing in Iowa. Iowa had record turnout.
And presidential politics is dominating the national news as well. Nightly's Emily Adkins joins us in the News Center with news that another Republican has dropped out. Emily?
Thanks. Well, it's been a big day politically already, and for some, disappointing. Presidential candidate Carly Fiorina announced via Twitter that she's officially ending her presidential campaign after finishing 7th in New Hampshire. And though it's not yet official, CNN is reporting that New Jersey Governor Chris Christie will call it quits very soon. Michigan Governor Rick Snyder proposed a new spending plan to help address water issues in Flint. The budget included $195 million to address the water crisis and an additional $165 million for statewide infrastructure needs. The governor and legislators have already given more than $37 million to Flint during this disaster. NATO defense ministers in Brussels today approved new multinational reinforcements. The reinforcements will hopefully improve frontline defenses for alliance members most at risk from Russia. NATO says that the plan has been adopted by the U.S. and all of NATO's other 27 members. That's what's happening around the world. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Em. The Oklahoma Legislative Committee approved an increase in the value threshold of property crimes before they're prosecuted as felonies. The House of Criminal Justice and Corrections Committee had an 8-1 vote today and sent it to the full House for a vote. This is among several proposals Governor Mary Fallin has made to help reduce overcrowding in the state prison.
The already estimated $1 billion shortfall is even worse than state agencies thought, and they have to make deeper cuts because of it. The State Office of Management and Enterprise said their revenue projections were off by more than 17%. This could mean that the 3% cuts that were seen in January will be deepened by March.
And money shortages aren't just an issue at the state capitol, but at the university as well. OU Nightly's Haley Huey has more on President Boren's budget cut proposal. Haley?
Thank you, Rashida. At first glance, it would be easy to believe because of the OU Stadium renovations that the university is flowing with money. However, that is just an illusion. OU is in big financial trouble. President Boren and 25 administrators are taking a 3% pay cut. And while it doesn't affect this, it does affect this.
The deans, we had informal conversations leading up to the decision on Monday when President Boren assembled us, and he sort of asked, what do you think all of us ought to do? And we quickly settled on the 3% reduction in our salary.
These issues mainly stem from one thing, the dramatic drop in the price of oil and its impact on OU's budget.
This, of course, is very much a linchpin of Oklahoma's economy, and there are a lot of people that are hurting, both in oil and gas as well as in other industries.
The university says the $250,000 from these cuts will go towards academic scholarships. The salary reduction will take place July 1st. Back to you, Rashida.
Thanks, Haley. And still ahead on OU Nightly, low gas prices may not be a good thing for everyone.
Plus, Habitat for Humanity is doing a little more than just building homes. Stay with us. May have noticed the extremely low gas prices around Norman. I went out earlier today to find out why these prices continue to drop.
Gas prices are hitting the lowest number since 1989. Gas stations around the city of Norman are falling rapidly from $1.29 last week to $1.16 today. Oklahoma's average gas price of $1.33 is the lowest in the nation, while the national average is $1.71. The dean of Mewborn College of Earth and Energy, Mike Stice, says that the reason these prices are so low may not be what people expect.
So when you study the supply-demand of motor gasoline, it's really a function of driving season. Peak driving season is in August, not in January, okay? So refineries during this time of year put out more heating oil than they do motor gasoline.
The higher efficiency may be hurting oil and gas companies, but it's putting more cash in the consumers' pockets.
The low gas prices really help me out in terms of, like, I can use my money for other things like food, going out and stuff. It's actually a lot nicer now because I can fill up on $15.
But while consumers are more than happy to save money, the low prices are costing OU students potential jobs.
For us, and I mean for us meaning the state of Oklahoma, the University of Oklahoma, many of my graduates here in this college, they're suffering. They're suffering because jobs are going away, opportunities going away, and it's a very serious situation.
However, Stice is confident that the market will be back by 2017.
When with the 2016 presidential debate at the forefront right now, Lindsay, people are curious, what kind of changes is President Obama making?
Rashida, President Obama has proposed a $4.1 trillion spending plan in his final White House budget. It includes $11 billion for the Department of Defense to fight Islamic State militants and stabilize Syria. It also seeks to cut deficits by $2.9 trillion over the next 10 years. The Republicans immediately opposed the budget because of tax hikes for the wealthy. But Congress, which is Republican-controlled, can advance parts of the budget without approving Obama's proposal entirely. And the mayor of Flint, Michigan has announced a $55 million proposal to remove lead piping from the city's water system. It's a bid to fix the city's toxic water crisis as quickly as possible. $37 million have already been approved for immediate assistance. The governor will ask the state legislature and Congress for additional funding. The mayor says it's going to take coordination between city, state, and federal governments to get this all done. And finally, in tonight's business report, Habitat for Humanity. The nonprofit is best known for helping to build houses. Habitat accepts contributions from everything from furniture to building supplies. It then sells them at a Norman business called Restore. The profits help build homes for families in need. But Habitat is not just building homes, it's building hope.
When I got home, there was nothing but devastation, nothing. I couldn't even tell what street I was on.
This is Tammy's home before the Moore tornado hit on May 20th, 2013. And this is what was left after it struck.
Just nothing. Like, there's just so much debris, and you don't know what house is where. You really have no idea where your house even was.
Luckily, Tammy's son Ian survived, thanks to a neighbor that dug him out from underneath all the debris.
He was lucky that there was nothing standing. There were no walls.
After losing all her possessions and home, Tammy decided to give Habitat for Humanity a try. Now, nearly 3 years later, after getting her application accepted, Tammy and Ian have moved past their loss and are now looking forward toward a new beginning in a brand new home.
Hopefully, I should be in by the end of February. That's our goal. That's our end goal.
After all the pain and suffering, the only thing Tammy can focus on is that she is finally getting to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
And that's all we can see, is that it's back. You know, our family is back to the main core, and our place is going to be, it'll be my forever home. I'll be there forever.
Guys, Tammy's home dedication will be February 21st, and I will be there to follow up with her.
Well, thanks, Lindsay.
And a new way scammers are getting into your pocket without you even knowing it. The scammers are calling OG&E customers and posing as customer service reps. They notify the customers of an overdue payment for their utility bill, then ask for their credit card numbers. OG&E released an email warning customers of the scam and say all utility bills are paid online and never over the phone.
And a Norman woman wins a $3 million settlement after she claims an elevator accident ended her career. 52-year-old Teresa Sanusi dropped several feet on the Norman Regional Healthplex elevator, and now she says it's caused permanent injuries. The trial lasted 4 days before the jury came to the conclusion on Friday.
And Oklahoma City police arrested a man today in the shooting and decapitation of his grandmother and her husband. 20-year-old Quentin Deshawn was charged on 2 complaints of first-degree murder. Officers said they were responding to a welfare check request on Tuesday when they found the bodies of 59-year-old Sharon Reed and 78-year-old James Early Reed in their home. And still ahead on OU Nightly, preseason praise for softball's Paige Parker.
And Brandon is here with a look at the weather.
Weather today, but that's about to come to a crashing halt. I'll have all the details next. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful midweek. If you're a spring junkie like me, there's no reason not to. Hope you made some outdoor plans. We're in the 70s in western Oklahoma, 75 in Woodward, Elk City, and Alta, 69 still here in Norman. We're going to be Those temps from today are going to come crashing down pretty quickly, though. We have a weak cold front tonight. We'll have a warm up again on Friday, though. So hope is in sight if you like warmer weather, because I do even have a few 70s here in our 7-day forecast. Cold front a couple hours ago was in northern Kansas. It's going to move south and to the east tonight and into the early morning hours of tomorrow. So we'll be a low of 37 degrees by the early morning hours tomorrow as that front marches through the state later on this evening and into tonight. 37 is where we're going to stay for our low, about 10 degrees above average, 41 in Ardmore, 39 in Lawton, and 40 down in Altus. As you head out the door in the morning at 8 a.m., it'll be 37 degrees. It'll feel like it's to the upper 20s, though, because of the strong north-northeasterly wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. It'll gust to 20, so it'll feel like it's about 25 to 30 in the morning. 49 by noon, cool, mostly sunny. That northeasterly wind sticking with us, a few clouds possible. And by the afternoon hours, we'll hit a high 57 degrees, cooler than today and a little breezy. Other than that, not a lot to complain about. Around the state, 58 in Gary, 58 in Hinton, 58 in Binger as well, 60 down in Anadarko and in Chickasha, and we'll be about closer to average, 57 in Norman, 56 in Oklahoma City, warmest in western Oklahoma, 60 in Elk City, and 59 down in Lawton. 7-day forecast, a little bit up, down, back up again. We will have a chance of showers and thunderstorms on Sunday for your Valentine's Day. Other than that, I have a few 70s for you guys. 70 on Tuesday, 73 on Wednesday. It's February, but we have a little glimpse of spring. So can't complain.
Well, I'm sad to hear that that good weather is not going to stick
That's
around
all right.
for much
Up and down,
longer.
up and down. That's what we usually do. So
it happens. Well, thank you. We'll move into sports. It looks like the women gymnasts are taking the spotlight. Clark Sachs is here with more.
Thanks, Annie. Women's basketball was in action last night on the road, and 3 OU gymnasts continue to dominate the Big 12 awards. Sports is straight ahead. Welcome to OU Nightly Sports. I'm Clark Sachs. For the second week in a row, a trio of OU women gymnasts sweep the Big 12 Weekly Awards. Chase Capps took home Gymnast of the Week. Mackenzie Wofford won Event Specialist for her performance on the uneven bars, and freshman Nicole Lehrman was named Newcomer of the Week. The Sooners regained the #1 ranking as well and are preparing for the Perfect 10 Challenge this Friday in OKC.
Focusing on all of the little details, all the landings, all the lines, and just the little things that'll set us apart for this Friday. Being back on top is great, but we don't necessarily pay too much attention to the rankings. We just want to go out there and do what we know how to do.
Women's basketball fell to Kansas State on the road last night, 87-71. The big difference in the game, turnovers and free throws. The Sooners turned the ball over 16 times and put Kansas State on the line a total of 31 times. The loss now drops the Sooners to 7-5 in the Big 12 and 5th place overall. The team will be back in action at the LNC Sunday at 1:30 against the 5th-ranked Longhorns. And softball season gets underway this Friday in Vegas and will be led by sophomore pitcher Paige Parker. Today, ESPN ranked Parker 14th on their list of the top 25 softball stars. As a freshman, Parker was the first player in history to throw 3 perfect games in a season. She had a 28-7 record in the circle while throwing 224 strikeouts with just a 1.65 ERA. And oh yeah, she can hit too, with a .394 batting average and 9 home runs last season. And men's basketball got a huge win at home over Texas on Monday and now shift their focus to Saturday's rematch with the Kansas Jayhawks. The game has been hyped up ever since the triple overtime thriller in Lawrence and will feature ESPN College Game Day at the LNC Saturday morning. These days between games will be important for the team to prepare for the top 10 matchup and be ready for a physical game.
Or, days that feel better than when you lose a game. So you like having those good 3-day stretches coming off of a win.
Do that as a team, I think we need to be physical and try to push people around and you just keep it fair.
It's Wednesday. Time for your favorite part of the week. It's a fun fact. After Sunday's loss in the Super Bowl, Cam Newton became the 3rd MVP to face off against the #1 defense, and he also became the 3rd MVP to lose, something this year's winning quarterback knows all too well, as the other 2 MVPs were Peyton Manning and Rich Gannon. And last week was National Signing Day, but today, check out these newly signed recruits. They took some time off from football to play a different game, Fruit Ninja. Normally on their phones, but give them a bat and some fruit, and they've got the real deal. The 3 guys racked up some high scores by just destroying all types of fruits. Apples, bananas, you name it, they hit it. I mean, guys, I think that's very interesting. You actually get to play Fruit Ninja for real. I've only played it on my phone.
Me too. I was really good on my phone, so I'd like to see if I
Get
was
a bat.
good.
We can
I feel
find
like
out.
I would just end up eating the fruit.
Hey, that's all you need to do.
That too. Thanks, Clark. Well, still to come on OU Nightly, Braden will have more on the upcoming forecast. And Muggles everywhere are celebrating J.K. Rowling's newest magical announcement. Stay tuned.
I'm Emily Akins at the OU Nightly Update Desk. Norman Public Schools have identified 2 Norman North wrestling coaches, a volunteer and driver, who were on the bus when 4 students allegedly sexually assaulted 2 others in the bus. Russell Caldwell and Kevin Reamy will no longer work for the school starting later this month. The OU Student Veterans Association sent a proposal to President David Boren asking for a Veterans Center. Boren said in a statement that the university is still considering some options. That's it for now. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Emily. And I think Harry Potter fans everywhere have done enough waiting, 9 years of it to be exact. And today, author J.K. Rowling announced that an 8th installment to the series is in the works. The upcoming stage production, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, will be released as a script book on July 31st. The Cursed Child fast forwards 19 years to tell the story of Harry Potter's youngest son, Albus. And I myself have never really gotten involved into Harry Potter, but I know a lot of people have been waiting.
Blasphemy.
I mean, I'm the same as Rashida. I never once read a book.
No, okay. We've been waiting on Cursed Child because it's a play in London right now. It's about to be, and then now it's going to be into that book. I'm excited.
Maybe it'll be a movie?
Yeah.
I know my roommate's excited. She has the robe and everything.
Oh, wow.
If they make a movie, I'll see it. I've seen all the movies. Just,
Right.
Just not a big fan of reading the books.
It's not bad.
Braden, you read it and you let us know.
All right.
I'm sure it's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
All right.
Give us a look at the weather.
Okay. Hour by hour tonight. 65, 6 p.m., cooling down to 49 by 10, 44 by midnight. Winds will begin to shift as that cold front goes through. It'll be relatively calm, but get ready for cooler temperatures tomorrow. I got nothing really else for you than that.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Well, thanks for watching OU Nightly.
Brought to you by Gaylord College of Journalism.
And you can watch us here every day at 4:30 tomorrow night live.
Have a great evening.
Good night.